Coach Jared here with the Entrepreneur Outlook. Hey, I'm bringing you 5 trends in under 5 minutes. So I want to jump right in. We're going to talk about some new trends in current events and what's going on around the world right now. So the first one, CES, the Consumer Electronics Show, just took place this past week in Las Vegas. And what they do is they highlight some of the biggest new innovations and inventions in the entire world. And one thing specifically that stood out to me that I wanted to share was the hair smart mirror. These mirrors it's a smart mirror that will actually help to give you the best design as far as what outfit you wear for whatever occasion you might have. So if you have a date, it will recommend a certain outfit. This exact same mirror also will track where your outfits are in your closet. Now, the interesting thing about this is they actually, the technology it's using is they are actually putting RFID sensors in each piece of clothing, and that's how they're being tracked by the smart mirror. So the reason I bring that up is because in the future, I think we're going to continue to see huge growth with RFID chips, RFID sensors. So I think there's a huge opportunity there if you were to tap into that type of technology. A pretty interesting new breakthrough. Another trend that I've been paying attention to that's increasingly growing is chatbots. You're probably familiar with chatbots. A lot of retail companies are using this now. Essentially what they are is they're auto communicators with people when they ask questions, most of which are being used for customer service type questions or inquiries. Now the interesting thing is right now there is a projection that 85% of companies in the world are going to be using chatbots by 2020. So chatbots are going to be huge in the future. So companies that are developing this type of technology, this type of software, the capability are poised to grow over the next few years. So definitely a trend to pay attention to. I think it's a pretty interesting one. Another kind of cool, interesting trend, I don't know if this is good or bad, but right now we have potassium iodide pills. These pills are said to help with radiation fallout, okay? Now, they're supposed to help you from absorbing radiation into your body. So I guess right now they're flying off the shelves in drugstores and in vitamin stores around the world. Now, there's obviously some tension or some stress from people that they seem to think that radiation could happen from a nuclear war. So definitely a trend to pay attention to. I don't know if that's a good thing or not, but it's definitely something that's growing. People that have made these available are definitely doing well with them. A very interesting additional new trend that's coming out is Walmart. Walmart just announced that they're going to be closing 63 Sam's Clubs. That's a big deal, okay? A lot of people are going to be losing their jobs there. But why are they doing it? They're actually doing it so that they can actually start paying over 1 million workers in the United States more money. So they're actually increasing their minimum wage to their workers to $11 an hour. They also want to be able to provide more cash bonuses and better maternity and paternity leaves, and even some adoption support services for families that have employees in Walmart. So very interesting that they're closing Sam's. Another thing about them closing Sam's is they're actually repurposing 10 of the Sam's Clubs that they're closing into e-commerce distribution centers. So I think one more ingredient that reminds us that e-commerce is the way of the future. A second really important lesson we can learn from this move that Walmart just made is that employment, labor, is increasingly getting harder and harder to acquire and retain effective employees. So they are positioning themselves to pay them more. So I think it's something else that we need to pay attention to as business owners, as entrepreneurs. definitely a trend to pay attention to. And the last trend I wanted to talk about has to do with manufacturing. Do you know that in 2017 there was actually a record year for utility patents being released? And right now in 2017, 320,000 patents were issued by the U.S. government, okay, by the Patents Office. Now, interestingly, which I thought was really good news is, do you realize 46% of all those patents were actually granted to American companies? 31% to Asian companies, 15% to European companies. So American manufacturing is poised to really grow. The patents that were issued revolve around inventions and innovation. If you follow sites like ThomasNet, which actually tracks manufacturers throughout the entire world, they actually also have been seeing an uptick in inquiries and searches on their platform for people that are interested in learning about manufacturers and about prototyping services. So right now, there's a huge influx of people looking to develop their own products, create their own innovations and inventions. Now, one other very important ingredient about this new trend is that Apple, Google, Microsoft, and Amazon, those four giants, actually make up 30% of total American patents that were issued. So those companies are really putting a lot of money and a lot of research into new innovations. So that's the new trends I have for you this week. 5 new trends, pay attention to. Every single week I'm bringing you new trends. I try to do it in 5 minutes or less. I didn't do that today, but hopefully you got some good value out of the trends that we talked about. Tune in again next week. I love to share more insight, more thoughts and trends about what's going on in the world, things that you might be able to tap into as an entrepreneur or as an investor or as an inventor. So thanks for your time. Make sure to check out entrepreneuroutlook.com, and I'll see you again next week.